welcome back to another 30-minute runner-specific Pilates workout. As always, you just need yourself and a mat or a towel, and we are going to jump straight in. But if you do have any injuries or anything that doesn't feel right, any niggles, please adapt as necessary, pause, take longer breaks, whatever you need, and definitely always take the option that is most suitable for you. As these workouts have progressed, they are getting more challenging, so don't feel bad if you need to skip some exercises, take more rest, or just take them a bit more slowly. And with that, we're going to jump straight in. So if we just take the feet hip width apart, we're just going to start with our usual warm-up, bringing the shoulders right up to the ears, keeping the stomach muscles engaged. Scoop to the back of the spine, and we're thinking about that Pilates breath. So we're inhaling through the nose, expanding the rib cage, and exhaling through the mouth, and then just change direction. Take them really nice and big. Get rid of all the clicks and all the tightness, and then just take it into our arm circles. Again, keeping those stomach muscles engaged, tucking the tailbone under, and we've got nice soft knees here. And then changing direction. Good. Really nice and big. Last one here. And then taking the arms out to the side. You might just want to take the feet a little bit wider. We're going to lift up and over, and then send the left arm over to the right foot, so we've got a nice stretch down the hamstring. Back up and over through to the centre, twisting over to the other side. Exhale and switch. Inhale back through the centre and exhale over to the other side. Coming back through the centre, bring those feet back to parallel. We're going to go into our Pilates squats. Hands are going above the head. I'm sure everything will click. Did right on cue. Squeezing at the top. Good. Arms above the head. Sit the weight through the heels and squeeze. Keep those shoulders really nice and relaxed. Good. We've just got 3 more here. Very sorry about the sound effects of my ankles. Good. Last one. And back up. We're going to take it into some curtsy squats. So I want you to step the left leg nice and far back, driving that knee towards the floor. So we're really getting into the side of the glute. Step it up and to the other side. Good. Nice and controlled. Getting the legs nice and fired up for the session. Keep that core really nice and tight. Good. Remembering to breathe, inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. We're going to stop and pulse here, bringing the hands to the chest. Deep breaths. Last 3, 2, 1. Step it back up through the centre, over to the other side, driving that knee down to the floor. We pulse, deep breaths, core tight. Last 3, 2, 1, and step it back up. Good work. Coming to the back of the mat, I'm going to lift up, reaching the hands above the head, and then we're going to lead with the head in the hands, rolling down the spine, 1 vertebra at a time. Completely let go of the head and the neck. Relax, shake it backwards and forwards, and then slowly rolling back up. 1 vertebrae at a time, reaching back up above the head. Exhale as we come down, arms in front, rolling 1 vertebrae, completely relax at the bottom, and then slowly back up. Bring those arms to the side, last one, rolling, leading with the head. Completely let the tension go. Take a big inhale and exhale. And we're going to walk those hands forward into our nice high plank, and we're just going to hold it there. Neck in line with the spine. Really squeeze the core, press the floor away. Deep breaths. We're holding for 10 more seconds. Last 5, 3, 2, and gently drop the knees to the floor. Just take them as wide as the mat, and then send the bum back to the heels. Bring the forehead to the mat, and take a big inhale and exhale there. Really sit back into those hips. Feel that nice stretch. And then we are going to come up onto all fours. So we've got our hands directly underneath our shoulders, knees directly underneath our hips, and we've got a really nice flat back here. We're going to take the right leg up to a bent position, so really drive that hip bone down towards the mat, flex foot, and we're just going to press a footprint onto the ceiling. Core really nice and tight. Squeeze and pulse that foot. Imagine you've got paint on your foot and you are literally pressing your foot. Loads of little footprints. Deep breaths, keep squeezing. Breathe. Last 3, 2, 1. Hold it up. Deep breaths. And relax for a second. Extend that leg. We're going to drive the heel towards the bum, getting those hamstrings fired up, and extend and drive. Good. Remembering to breathe. We're keeping that back nice and flat, keeping that hip down towards the mat. Really drive. Imagine there's some resistance. Good. We've got 3 more here. Last 2. Last 1. Extend back, and then we've just got 10 pulses. Glutes are burning. Last 3, 2, 1, and return the bum back in. We're going to thread the right arm through the arm, and then exhale on the rotation up to this back wall. Good. Exhale as we twist. And we've just got 1 more here. Really warm up the spine. And then coming back into that tabletop position. Shifting the weight into that right leg. We're taking the left leg up to that flex position. Again, making sure we're driving this hip bone down towards the mat. And we're just pressing a footprint onto the ceiling. Core really nice and tight. Good. Deep breaths. Breathe. Good. And press. Squeeze. We've got 3 more here. And last 1. Hold it up. Deep breaths. Keep squeezing. And then relax down, extending that leg. We're driving the heel towards the bum, trying to keep the height of the knee and keep that hip bone facing the mat. Good, and extend. Core engaged, pressing the floor away with our hands. We've got 3 more. 2. And last 1. Extend, and then finally we pulse for 10. Last 4, 3, 2, and return that knee back in. Threading the left arm through, and exhale as we rotate, and back through. Good. Last 1 here. And then back to the center. We're going to extend that right leg straight back behind us, holding it there, and then take the left arm to the back of the head. We're going to get our obliques working here. So we're going to drive that elbow towards the other elbow and then back out, trying to keep that leg pretty still. So we're just twisting through the stomach muscles, really testing our core stability. We've got 2 more here. And last one. Placing that hand down, keeping the foot there, we're just going to take it down and back up. Good. Keep the hip bone facing down, back nice and flat. Keep breathing. We've got 5 more of these. Last 3, 2, and last 1. Hold it there, extend the arm, deep breaths, holding for another 10 seconds. Good, last 5, 3, 2, 1, and return the arm and leg back in. Take the knees nice and wide, send the bum back to the heels, and just walk those hands forward again. Taking a big inhale and exhale. And then back up onto all fours. It's a tough one today, I'm definitely feeling it. So we're going to extend that left leg behind, take the right arm up near the ear, and rotate towards that elbow, and back up. Good, core really nice and tight. Twist. We've got 2 more. Last one. And bring the arm back down, down, and back up. Good. Breathe. Good work. We've got 4 more here. Keeping that hip bone facing the mat. Coming up to our last one. Core engaged, and then extend the right arm, lengthen, and we hold for 10. Breathe. Last 5, 3, 2, and control the arm and leg back in. Drop the head round to the spine, and then exhale. Bring the chest up towards the wall or the door or whatever you are looking at. And again. And then come back to a nice neutral spine. And then we are coming down onto our forearms. We're going to go back with the right leg. We're going to extend it behind us. So we're kicking up and controlling it back in. Nice bent leg. Kick it back down. Still keeping this hip bone facing the mat. Really squeezing those lower abdominals. Exhale as we lengthen the leg. Good. Making sure to breathe. We've got 2 more here. Extend and pulse. Good. Last 3, 2, 1, and control that leg back in. Stepping both legs back. We are holding a bent leg plank. Make sure that bum is in line with the spine. Deep breaths. We've got 5 seconds left here. And drop those knees down. Just press back up, sending the bum back to the heels. Walk those hands forward. And just take a big inhale. And exhale. And then coming back up onto our forearms so we can do the same on the left leg. So the weight is now in the right leg and we are extending that left leg behind us, drawing the knee in and extend, core really nice and tight, and draw it in and extend. Good. Deep breaths. Good. Keep that core nice and tight. We've got 4 more here. Last 2. And last 1. We're going to hold it up and pulse the leg. Last 3, 2, 1, and return that leg back in. Drop the knees out to the side, send the bum back to the heels, and take a really nice big inhalation there, and exhale. Take the hands over to the left side, really stretch through that spine, and then back through the centre, over to the other side. Nice stretch into it, and then back through the centre. Slowly walk the hands up and then bring yourself down onto the mat. Back nice and flat, knees up to the ceiling and feet flat on the mat there. We're going to go straight into our glute bridges, so we're rolling up the spine, 1 vertebrae at a time. Core nice and tight. I want you to squeeze at the top, deep breaths, and then slowly rolling back down, 1 vertebrae at a time. Good. And then the first thing to come off the mat, really peel up. Take it nice and slow and controlled, really squeezing the glutes and using these hamstrings to support us, and then slowly back down. On the next one, I just want you to take the arms up so we just lose a bit of the stability. Good. The weight is still through our shoulders there. Holding the hands above our body and slowly rolling back down. Good. And back up. Good. We're going to pulse. Deep breaths. Squeeze those hips up. Good, we've got 3 more. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then rolling back down the spine, bringing the arms down by our sides, lifting 1 foot up into tabletop and then the other, lifting the head, neck and shoulders, and then we pulse. So we breathe in and exhale. And inhale, really squeeze that spine into the mat, and exhale, and exhale. Good. For our next 10 seconds, I want you to extend the legs, deep breaths. We've got 5 seconds left here. Last 3, 2, 1, and relax back down, hugging the knees to the chest. And just rock gently from side to side. And then taking the legs up towards the ceiling. We're going to bring the hands behind the head. We're going to lift the head, neck and shoulders. And I want you to just lower 1 leg. And then bring it back up. And then the other. Nice and controlled. Keeping the head, neck and shoulders right off the mat. Elbows out to the side. Exhale as we extend. Inhale to lift. Good. Remembering to breathe, squeezing the spine into the mat. Good. 1 more each side. And last one. And back into the center. Hug the knees to the chest again and just rock from side to side. We're going to take the legs back up above us, but this time I want you to rotate outwards. So really drive those heels together and feel like the inner thighs are coming together, nice and sucked in. Hands are going back behind the head, lifting the head, neck and shoulders, and then we're just going to flutter. So we are pulsing those heels together, really squeezing, working the inner thighs, making sure that back is flat on the mat. Deep breaths, try to keep the neck nice and long. Good. Keep breathing. We've got another 10 seconds here. Last 5. Last 3, 2, and relax back down. Hugging the knees to the chest and then taking the legs back up into that tabletop position. We're just going to pop one toe back on the mat and then the other, keeping the head, neck and shoulders on the mat, keeping the head, neck and shoulders as relaxed as possible, but keeping the middle part of the back flat onto the mat. Good, so really squeeze the abdominals. Inhale to come up, exhale as we lower. Good. Keep breathing, keep working that core. We've just got one more each leg. And then pop both feet down on the mat. Extend nice and long, the arms and legs away from each other, and just really stretch out those abdominals. Take a big inhale there, and exhale. And then bring the feet back in towards the bum. We're going to go back into our glute bridges for some single leg variations. So feet towards the bum, weight through the shoulders. We're peeling up one vertebrae at a time, so the hips are nice and high. And then we're going to shift the weight into that left leg. So we're taking the right leg off the mat. We're going to bring the toe tap back down and up. Good. So we're really driving through this supporting leg. Keep squeezing. Inhale as you bring the leg back up. Exhale to come down. We've got 2 more here. Good. Keep firing up this glute. We're going to hold, extend the leg, and then finally driving up for our pulses. Keep breathing. Last 5, 3, 2, 1. Bring that leg back down and then slowly roll down one vertebrae at a time. Keeping our hands on our hips, we're just going to drop the right knee out to the side, keeping that left hip on the mat, and then back in, and the same on the other side. Good. Exhale as we drop the knee out and back in. Just one more on each side. Squeezing those lower abdominals. And then back into the centre. And we get to do the same all over again on the left leg. So hands by the side, squeezing those lower abdominals, scoop to the spine, and then rolling up one vertebrae at a time till we are comfortable in our glute bridge. We've got our right leg taking the weight here, and we're going to take our left leg up into that tabletop position. We're just going to pop a toe tap and back up. Good. Inhale to come up. Exhale. Good. Keep the core nice and tight. We have got 2 more here. Last one. And back in. Extend that leg. And then we drive it up for our pulses. Core tight. 5 more. Last 3, 2, 1. Bring that leg back down and slowly roll back down the spine, one vertebrae at a time. And then just hug the knees to the chest and just rock from side to side. massaging the lower spine, and then popping the head back down and the feet back into that position. So feet flat on the floor, knees up to the ceiling. We're going to bring the hands back around, lifting the head, neck and shoulders. We're really going to focus on keeping our hip bones nice and still. We're going to extend the right leg so it's nice and straight with the flex foot, and then control it back in. Again, keeping those hips parallel, shift. So it's the left leg extending, elbows extended, and then back in. The back is flat on the mat, squeezing our core into our spine, spine into the mat, and back in. Good. Exhale as we extend, and then inhale to bring back in. We've got one more each side. And in. Exhale. And bring it back in. Lower the head, neck and shoulders back down, and straight back up into a sit-up. Exhale as we come up. Inhale to come down, keeping those knees parallel. Good. Squeezing up. Inhale down. Remembering to breathe. We've got 4 more here. Last 3. Last 2. And last 1. Controlling it back down. Bring the knees to the chest again. Hug and just gently rock from side to side. Taking a hold of the right knee, lifting the head, neck and shoulders and extending the left. And then we're going to switch. Exhale as we really lengthen the leg away from the body. Keeping that spine flat on the mat. Remembering to breathe. Good, and switch. Core really nice and tight. We've got 2 more each leg. Last 2. Bring both the knees in, back into our tabletop, hands by the side. Inhale and exhale. We are right at the end. This is our last exercise. Deep breaths. And extend the legs. Last 10 seconds. Squeeze. Breathe. Last 3, 2, 1. And relax. Hug the knees to the chest for the last time. And then extend the arms and legs. Really stretch out the abdominals here. We're going to roll onto our tummies just for that final stretch. So hands by the chest, lift up, keep those shoulders down, and then press back up. Take the knees nice and wide. Send the bum back to the heels. Just a big inhale and exhale into that child's pose. Coming back up onto all fours. We're going to press back up into our downward dog. Sending the bum to the ceiling. Take a few foot pedals here. Stretch out the calves and the feet. And then slowly walking the hands back towards the feet, dropping the head and rolling up the spine. 1 vertebrae at a time. Rolling those shoulders back. Give yourself a shake and well done. That was another tough one. I hope you enjoyed it and I will see you on another video.